I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. That's been my life. Deal making, referral services, picking the right horse, picking the right referral. Have I made mistakes? Damn right I have. But guess what? In 1975, I started a business card collection as I met people in my career. I was in sales. So we had a Rolodex. You know what a Rolodex is? It's an actual device. You probably don't know what it is. Today it's digital. But I've gone through so many different changes and so many different products and services, but I kept those people in my digital CRM. And basically I've had a 50-year career of doing deals. That's the reason why I trademarked the deal flow guy. That's right. I trademarked the deal flow guy. What I've been doing? I'm doing deals. And I'm referring people. And people ask me, Rock, who do you know? I know a guy that knows a woman that knows this, that knows that. And the first question is, well, Rock, how do you get paid? I get paid when I do a deal. First of all, I got to accept the deal. And then I have a contract, a written contract that needs to be written. I don't take every deal. And even if I refer a deal, I don't know what the outcome is, and I don't know if the so-called requester is even, sophisticated enough to do the right thing. There's bad deals too. There's bad clients. And then if you get represented by a bad referral, it's my reputation. I'm always worried about my reputation. And I do my due diligence over the years. When I was referred to somebody, oh, Rock, this is a good attorney, or this is a good source, or this is a potential client. Well, guess what I do now? I really do my due diligence because I trust people. I trust people that refer me that this might be a potential deal. Well, now at my age, at 70 plus, I don't go chase anymore. There's no need for me to chase deals because there's always a fallout of some sort, you know? And how many deals really consummate? You know what I mean? How many actually deals, as they say in court, over 99% of deals settle before it goes to trial, before it goes to a judge. Of course. It's always about negotiation. And I believe every deal could be negotiated. Every transaction, there's a compromise, you see? You know, they say Trump is the best negotiator in this time and age in the world. Why? He's cutting deals, and everything's got to be a compromise, and it's got to be a win-win. And that's what I've been doing all my life. It's either if I'm buying something, selling something, in the last 25 years, I've represented buyers and sellers. Many times, both the buyer and the seller, I'm a matchmaker. I put them together. But I like representing the buyer because you never know if the seller is being honest or if the seller is being transparent with their intentions and their expectations. Today's buyers are very sophisticated. They're very strategic. They know what they want. They know value. And everything's based on margin. The baby boomers of today are the founders and the sellers of the business, especially I've been in the printing business and converting business for 50 years. That's my specialty. I'm turning my car on. I'm in Florida. So I just wanted to say that I've had a hell of a ride. And the last couple of weeks I've been referring out brokers because I'm really at the point where I facilitate for private equity. And business is tough right now. It's very uncertain. It's very difficult. The last 5 years of my career, from 65, 66, and through 70, that's when I hit all my goals. And once I hit my goals, I said, that's it. I've done what I had to do. All my bills, paid all my suppliers. And I have great contractors. Very loyal, very sharp. They know the game. They're high value people. And they're 20 years younger than me, which I love. And I'm going to pass on all my referrals to them. It's not going to stop for me. It's not going to stop for me. But I think the business brokerage business and the M&A advisor business has changed a lot. I was very fortunate that I think my biggest value was confidentiality. I kept my deals very quiet, didn't really share. I kept everything very quiet, very secret, you see? Discreet, confidential. And that's so important. In private equity, in the printing industry, for an example, there might be 3,000 label printers in the United States. And maybe 10% of them are good. The other 90% are more of a commodity. You really have to specialize. And in the private equity group, there might be 20,000 buyers out there. But there's A players, B players, and C players. And who do I deal with? A players. Then after a deal is done, it probably takes, I've had relationships with people for decades. Grandfathers, fathers, children, wives, and everyone's got a different idea. And private equity, a lot of turnover, a lot of investors, because they only care about what we call margins, return on investment. And it's a 3, 5, or 7 year turn. And it's getting tougher and tougher. And it really messes up the industry. And I see, my mind here is, you don't need a broker. You don't need an M&A advisor. What you need is a team, what we call it a sell team and a buy team. And what's a buy team and a sell team? There's a strategy, there's an attorney, tax advisor, maybe a real estate advisor, insurance, and I always include therapists. And if you have more than one equity position, there might be disgruntled people. And what about what the buyer's buying? The buyer's buying a company that's got potential, that grew it. The former buyer or the seller grew it to something, and now there's a reason why they're exiting. There's always an exit plan. People don't realize that. And most unsophisticated sellers really don't know what they want. And sometimes they die at the wheel, or they pass it on to the kids without a really good succession plan, or tax advisors. I mean, there's multiple reasons why people win and people fail. And I've always emphasized a win-win. Most sellers want to maximize their sell price, okay? And they really don't understand many times that they could blow up a deal. And here's the other thing. 70% of deals never get to the finish line, maybe more, okay? I like dealing with very sophisticated buyers because they know what they want. They have a strategy. They have a game plan. They're looking at multiple deals. And the biggest thing that they have is who's going to run, who's going to operate the business. Like my son says, he goes, Dad, it's easy to sell a business or even to buy a business. What's hard is to grow a business. People underestimate that. And what else happens in my world is I have a buyer and a seller. It might take a year to sell. It might took, 2 to 3 years to develop those relationships. So, it might take 2 or 3 years before it's even in position to sell. And then you find the right match, the right strategic buyer. It could be a financial buyer. It could be a strategic buyer. And then the biggest problem is who's going to run it? Is it the existing people at the seller, or do you have to reshape the culture, which is tremendous? A lot of work to do. Means you got to get new talent. The facilities, the CapEx, and I'm not going to get into anything detailed. I'm just saying, it takes money, man. It takes money, it takes talent, it takes experience. So anyway, we'll talk to you again soon. God bless you. This is LaManna. Talk to you soon, very soon.